Welcome back, friend. Today we discuss about the water soluble vitamin. In previous video we discuss about the fat soluble vitamin. In that come the A, D, E, K. Okay, that vitamin is the vitamin A, D, and E and K are the fat soluble vitamin. They are combined with the fat, or they are always associated with the fat. Okay, and now we discuss about the what water soluble vitamin. Okay, so what are water soluble vitamin? Because these vitamins water soluble, as you know that. Now what is the speciality of this water soluble vitamin? Because these are the water soluble vitamin, so they are not stored in our body, okay, in considerable amount. And excess of the vitamin, if in our body or in a diet, if we take this vitamin in excess, then even this vitamin was excreted from the body in the form of urine. Okay, so from the urine they are excreted out of our body if we taken this vitamin in excess. Okay, now which vitamin come in the water soluble vitamin? Okay, so vitamin C and vitamin B complex. Okay, these two vitamin is come in the water soluble vitamin. Okay, now first vitamin we discuss is the vitamin B complex group. Okay, so these are the vitamin B complex group. Okay, so they contain number of vitamins. So group of vitamin with a similar function, group of vitamin, okay, that contains similar function. And vitamin B complex group contain number one the thymine, that is B1, then the riboflavin B2, then the folic acid, then the niacin, and then last the B12. Okay, so first we discuss here thymine. Okay, B1 vitamin. Okay, so vitamin B1 is what that we discuss. Okay, so vitamin B act as a coenzyme. Now these vitamin B act as a coenzyme and help in the metabolism of carbohydrates and protein and fat. Okay, so they are act as a coenzyme. And in our previous video we already discussed about the coenzyme. So what are coenzymes? So these are just like a metal, so the coenzyme. So these vitamin when combined with the enzyme, then that enzyme become particular enzyme that become active. Okay, and they help in this way. If they make an enzyme active, then enzyme do specific reaction or the faster rate of reaction. Okay, and help in a metabolism of carbohydrate, fat, and what fat, protein. Okay, metabolism is what? Anabolism or catabolism, means either they help this enzyme that active by this coenzyme is B12, okay, or B vitamin. They what do? They either make the fat, protein, or carbohydrate, or they make what, or they break down this carbohydrate, protein. Okay, so that enzyme is helpful for that. Next is enzyme not work without coenzyme. Okay, so enzyme not that we already discussed that enzyme is not work without a coenzyme. Okay, next is a vitamin B1. So vitamin B1, that is thymine. Okay, now what is it, vitamin B1 or thymine? Okay, so this is a wrong. Okay, okay, so thymine. Okay, so thymine, what is this thymine B1? So animal and plant food expect the fat, oil, except the fat, okay, oil, sugar contain the small amount of thymine. So plant and animal food contain the what, thymine B1, but the fat, if we escape the fat, then the oil, sugar contain the small amount of thymine. Then the whole grain cereal and pulses are rich in thymine, and the process of cereals and pulses, okay, processing of cereals and pulses what do? Significantly alter the thymine content. Okay, if we take eco tur dal or eco dals or cereals, okay, then what, they are become rich in thymine. But if you take in the process or refurnish what cereals or pulses, then or they not contain, or they change the thymine content. Okay, then the bran, that is outer covering of the wheat, okay, or grain, and germ layer contain vitamin B. Okay, so outer covering of the grain, as in our previous video we discuss the structure of the what, grain, single grain, that we already discussed. So outer covering is a burn, and that outer covering and germ layer what contain B. And if you refine that, then the these outer layer of the cereals or pulses become what, remove, then they not contain thymine, or they contain very little amount of thymine. Okay, Next is the riboflavin, that is vitamin B2. Okay, so this riboflavin or vitamin B2, okay, plant and animal food, they are widely distributed in plant and animal food. Okay, milk, liver, then the kidney, then the egg, green leafy vegetables, and contain what? Riboflavin. Then the sprouting and the what? Fermentation, whole grain pulses. Okay, so by sprouting and fermentation, okay, these content of B12 will increase. Okay, then the small intestine, okay, absorption is from the small intestine, then from the small intestine goes into the bloodstream, and from the bloodstream then distributed to the body tissue. Okay, then the function. So what is the function of B2? So metabolism of carbs, fat, protein, cause it and form the part uh, form, okay, and cause it to form part to distinct coenzyme. Okay, so they help in metabolism of carb, fat, and protein. Okay, all the B complex vitamin, whatever is a B1, is B2, is niacin, is a B12, all these help in a metabolism of carbohydrate, fat, and protein, or the we can say biomolecules. Next is a niacin. Okay, so niacin is what? The food sources of niacin is B. Okay, so meat, fish, poultry, cereal, pulses, nuts, and oil seeds are what? Are the food sources of the niacin. Okay, in our body is very important. This is a very important point, that in our body from the tryptophan niacin is formed. Okay, from the tryptophan what? Niacin is formed, means this vitamin niacin is formed. For example, from the milk contain what? Tryptophan. So from the tryptophan niacin is formed. Okay, then the function. So in a function, part of coenzyme, similarly all the enzymes act as coenzyme, and this release the energy from the end product of the digestion of carbohydrate, fat, and protein. Okay, they release the energy, means what? They help in metabolism, nothing but catabolism of the carbohydrate, fat. Okay, next is the folic acid. So the folic acid, okay, so food sources of this another B, vitamin B. Okay, so food sources of this folic acid is what? Green leafy vegetable, organ meat like liver, kidney, then the whole grain cereals, pulses, egg, dairy products. Okay, these all are the food sources of folic acid. Then the bloodstream. Now the absorption, they absorb from the what? Small intestine, then they goes from small intestine into the bloodstream, from the bloodstream they goes into the tissue, then some of these vitamin, nothing but folic acid vitamin, okay, they store in the body and in liver, about a 30 days requirement complete. Okay, they store in our body, tissue, or the cells and the liver, they are stored. Okay, then the function is what? Blood formation and blood cell production, RBC production. Folic acid is required for what? Blood cell production, RBC production require folic acid. Means if someone have the RBC count is lower, or the hemoglobin is less in their body, and they become feel weakness, then they must take the tablets. They can take the tablet of folic acid, or doctor give them a folic acid tablet, vitamin B, that is folic acid. Okay, given, so the increase the production of the RBC if they have the deficiency of this folic acid. Okay, so blood formation and blood cell, nothing but a formation of RBC. Then next is the vitamin B12. This is the last vitamin B complex from the vitamin B. Okay, so vitamin B12, or is also called a cobalamin. Okay, so the food sources of vitamin B12 is what? Animal origin like kidney, liver, milk, and seafoods like shrimps, crabs, and this is not carbs. Okay, crabs. Then the lobster. Synthesis in our body in a intestinal tract by the helpful bacteria. Okay, so with vitamin B12, okay, these synthesized in our intestine also by the our intestinal bacterias. Okay, so absorption, okay, so absorb the specific chemical substance and intrinsic factor like stomach. Okay, absorb, okay, specific chemical substance, when this specific same chemical substance and intrinsic factor like present in stomach. Okay, small intestine, and from that go into small intestine. So requirement of the body vitamin B12 is small consumption of milk can yes, fulfill the requirement of vitamin B12, because these are make in our body, in our intestinal tract. Okay, these vitamin B12, okay, they absorb similarly in small intestine. Okay, and from small intestine, okay, absorb and a specific chemical substance, okay, called that intrinsic factor is required. This intrinsic factor is present in a stomach, and from that what, in a small intestine, this intrinsic factor is what mixed with the vitamin B12. Then requirement of yes, body of vitamin B12, small consumption of milk can fulfill. Then what, the function is a proper functioning of digestive tract and nervous system and bone marrow. Okay, so for the proper functioning of our digestive tract, our nervous system and bone marrow functioning is require what, vitamin B12. Then the formation of normal RBC cell is also require vitamin B12. So folic acid and vitamin B12 is required for the blood formation, or yes, for the blood formation means for the RBC formation, and B12 is also required for the functioning or proper functioning of digestive tract. Okay, and they are synthesized by what, helpful bacteria. So this vitamin B12 is synthesized in our body by the bacteria, and niacin is also synthesized in our body from the tryptophan. Okay, so these two vitamin, you must remember that vitamin B12 and niacin, these two vitamins are synthesized in our body. Okay, the next is what, next is the function. Okay, next is what, vitamin C. So this is all about a vitamin B complex, and now we discuss about the vitamin C. Okay, that is also called the ascorbic acid. So let's get started. So this vitamin C, okay, the fresh vitamin food. Okay, so fresh vitamin food, or we can say the fresh foods like vegetables. Okay, oranges means fruits, vegetables, fresh fruits and vegetable contain vitamin C, just like what, orange, lime. Then fruits and vegetable like guava, amla, papaya, green leafy vegetable, tomato, green chili, capsicum, these all contain vitamin C. Okay, then the root vegetable like potato, sweet potato, significant amount they contain vitamin C. Then the fruit like avla, guava, green vegetable, green chili, that already discussed. Then the cereals and pulses contain poor vitamin C, and by sprouting and fermentation we can increase this vitamin C product, C amount. Then the animal not contain or little contain, animal food not contain vitamin C or contain in a little amount. Okay, then the absorb. Okay, so absorption from the digestive tract and goes into body tissue, means absorb from the small intestine, then go into bloodstream, and from the bloodstream they are distributed to various body tissue. Then the organs and gland like spleen, bone marrow, liver, pancreas, kidney, retina of eye, high concentration of ascorbic acid require. Organ like gland, spleen, bone marrow, pancreas, kidney contain high amount of ascorbic acid, or they require high amount of ascorbic acid, nothing but vitamin C. Next is function of this vitamin C, the last point from the micronutrient in that vitamin. So in that last, this is the last vitamin, that is vitamin C, that is water soluble vitamin. Okay, function of these vitamin C now last, play a role in a healing of wound. Okay, in healing of our wound. Okay, if our body puncture, then what, for that healing or the healing of that wound, what require, this vitamin C help. Okay, so formation of protein like collagen are at a site of injury. This is at, okay, at a site of injury require vitamin C. They help in formation of collagen. Okay, then the hold and connect the different tissue, for the holding and connecting the different tissue require vitamin C. Then the blood vessels, collagen make them firm. Okay, so the blood vessels collagen make and them firm. Then deficiency of vitamin C, deficiency of vitamin C. So these our due to our body puncture, so blood vessel is what puncture. Okay, so collagen is formed, so to stick this stick this what blood vessel, to stick this blood vessel, collagen is formed. Collagen is nothing but connective tissue, so they make the connect, yes, they simply we can say they help in what, anticoagulant. Okay, they help in what, blood clotting. Then deficiency of vitamin C, fragile, make the blood vessel fragile. Okay, and easily rupture, fragile and make easily can, they can easily rupture. So collagen, blood vessel is nothing but a vein or arteries. They, as you see the structure of the blood vessels, they contain the collagen. So that collagen formation is require what, vitamin C. That's why if that collagen, if the vitamin C deficiency, that a person have vitamin C deficiency, then what, the collagen is not formed, and collagen what make blood vessel free. Then blood vessel if not formed, then what, the blood vessel is become fragile, become can easily break. Okay, then aid in the absorption of iron. Okay, help in absorption of iron, aid nothing but help. Okay, amino acid, mineral formation, also they are help in a mineral formation. Okay, the absorption of iron. Okay, and more suitable form, absorption of iron in a more suitable form, they are help to overcome the condition of injury and infection or other traces, help to overcome the condition of injury. Okay, and infection and other traces. Release of release of two hormones, they are with this vitamin C is helpful for the release of the two hormone, that is epinephrine and norepinephrine, that is secreted by the adrenal gland. So if the adrenal gland want to release this, then vitamin C is required in our body. Okay, then these are the fight flight enzymes. Okay, sorry, hormones, epinephrine and norepinephrine. Then the deal with the what, stressful situation like a day-to-day tension and traces of infection. Okay, so these vitamins C is what, deal with a stressful situation like day-to-day tension or the traces, they make you relax. Okay, then the prevent the destruction if a certain substance, if a certain substance present in a body as well as in a small stuff. Okay, destruction of certain substance also they are in our body as a some food stuff, vitamin A and unsaturated fatty acid from destroy. Okay, so prevent the destruction if a certain substance present in a body as well as in some food stuff. Okay, so if the toxic substance or the some foreign substance present in our food or in our body, they are helping in destruction of that what, and that substance, like vitamin A and unsaturated fatty acid from destroy, vitamin A and unsaturated fatty acid from destroy. Okay, so they are the destroy, this vitamin C and unsaturated fatty acid if are increased, they are what, destroy, prevent destruction if certain. Okay, so this is all about the vitamin. Okay, this is all about a vitamin, fat soluble vitamin and water soluble vitamin. Okay, so if you have any question, then you can write in the in the comment section, so I can give you answer. And if you want this video in the another language, not in English, you want that I add the Hindi language here or the Marathi language, so any you can just in the comment you can ask, say me, or whatever you want, in which language you want video, then you can in the comment just write it down. Okay, so I hope this video is helpful for you. Thank you.